TGI, FBF, thank God it's Flat Bill Friday. March Madness is upon us. Let me tell you about my very limited basketball experience. Played 1 year of organized basketball. It was in 7th grade, and I realized and found out very quickly basketball was not my sport. There were 3 very specific things that led me to this conclusion. 1, there was only 4 plays that we had drawn up for our team. The only play I could seem to remember was the fast break. And the only reason I remembered it was because we called it breakfast, fast break backwards. Secondly, the only thing I was allowed to do on the team is set picks and block out. And I don't know about you, I don't mind doing the dirty work, but man, I'd like to get a shot every now and again. That wasn't happening on that team. And third and finally, and probably most importantly, those tank top basketball jerseys only served to minimize my shoulder disposition, and there's a little bit of insecurity wearing that jersey. So for those 3 reasons, I realized, became self-aware that basketball was not my sport. Let me talk a little bit about self-awareness and how it's impacted the rest of my life. And I'm gonna just relate it to myself and my own experience. Early on in my professional career in sales, I was given great opportunity with a great organization. And I struggled in the beginning. I struggled mightily. And I didn't struggle from an ability perspective, I struggled from a mindset perspective. And so week over week, month over month, quarter over quarter, as I wasn't hitting my numbers, my mindset was wrapped around the excuses that I made and the reasons why I wasn't successful. And it was always somebody else's fault. It was my territory, or it was a new policy my company rolled out, or it was one of my partners, or it was my competitors, or whatever. It was always somebody else's fault. And it caused me, like I said, month over month, quarter over quarter, to have poor performance. And I had a end of the year wrap-up meeting with my boss that was coming up, and I was really struggling from my mindset perspective. And I did a lot of soul searching, and I don't know what happened or what the specific, how the light bulb got turned on, but I had, in that moment of clarity, I realized that I was the problem. It wasn't all those other things, and I needed a mindset shift. And so it actually made that meeting with my manager much more productive, because I was able to go into his office and say, Chris, you know what? Here's the deal. This isn't on you, anybody else, all those other excuses, this is 100% on me. I was able to own it, take accountability for it. And then from there, I said, this is how I'm gonna fix it, and this is what I'm gonna do. And furthermore, third and finally, I set benchmarks and milestones, and I said, if I'm not at certain numbers within a certain time frame, you don't have to fire me. I'll walk into your office, I'll shake your hand, we'll be buddies, and I'll thank you for the opportunity. And when I did that, when that happened, everything for me changed. My productivity, my engagement with my customers, just being in the office, and my impact on other people within the organization, it changed immensely. And it was all because of that mindset shift. And that mindset shift only came through self-awareness. So I hope that if we can learn anything about ourselves, it's to be aware of who we are, what's impacting us, how we're impacting others, and be open to the change, be open to the feedback, and be open to getting better. So I hope your brackets haven't busted yet. Enjoy the basketball weekend. We'll talk to you next week.